Here in Port Moresby and across Papua New Guinea, we live in an incredibly beautiful environment, but that environment is remarkably harsh on our machinery. Heavy tropical humidity, salty coastal air, and everyday dirt combine to rapidly degrade metal. Within months, perfectly good hardware becomes heavily rusted, seized solid, and prone to loud squeaking. To combat this severe wear and tear, you need a specific type of tool. This is MBL3 spray. Standard lubricating oils only wet the outer layer of a rusted component. MBL3 performs a unique super three-stage action that penetrates deep into the equipment to address the root cause of the friction. Surviving this tough climate requires a chemical solution that actively rebuilds and protects your machinery from the inside out, rather than temporarily masking the problem. In coastal villages, the constant exposure to salty air aggressively attacks common household items like door hinges and automotive bolts. The first stage of MBL3's action is to penetrate. Its primary job is to break into these tightly bound, rusted areas where thick greases simply cannot reach. This diagram shows a cross-section of a rusted bolt. The specialized solvent creeping down the threads has a high boiling point, remaining fluid long enough to carry microscopic metallic particles deep into rigid spaces. Reaching the bottom, it directly attacks rust bonds, freeing stuck hardware. Reaching the absolute core of a rusted component is the mandatory first step. Until you break those initial bonds, no true mechanical repair or lubrication can occur. Let's apply this to heavy automotive use, like a public motor vehicle, or PMV, driving through the city. Working engine components, such as exhaust manifolds and flange bolts, operate under intense heat. The second stage is to lubricate. When the solvent reaches the deep areas of these hot engine parts, the high temperatures cause the liquid to rapidly evaporate, or flash off. When you spray these hot parts, you will likely see smoke. That visible smoke is simply the liquid solvent evaporating, as it is designed to do. It is not your vehicle or the oil burning. If you apply the spray to a cooler surface, like a standard house hinge, the evaporation happens slowly and silently. You won't see any initial smoke at all. Because it contains these active solvents, MBL3 is highly flammable and must be kept away from open flames or sparks. Additionally, it must never be used as a dewatering fluid. Do not spray it on wet distributor caps or spark plugs to dry them out. The rapid departure of the solvent through evaporation allows the heavy-duty lubricating particles to be deposited exactly where the friction is happening. Out on the ocean, marine equipment and exposed roller bearings face extreme friction and constant water washout. This is where the solid materials left behind after evaporation take over. These are elemental micrometallic particles, measuring only 1 to 10 microns in size. A micron is 1/1,000,000th of a meter, allowing them to fit into microscopic gaps. This animated diagram shows how plating works. As the machine operates, mechanical movement forces these tiny, spherical particles directly into scratches on the metal surface. Continuous movement physically packs them down tightly. They form a solid, smooth metallic layer that inherently repels water and grime. By physically filling in the damage, this solid metallic barrier reverses surface wear and prevents the parts from seizing up in the future. This residual lubrication makes ongoing operation and eventual reassembly much easier. The chemical process is complete. The solvent penetrates the rust, heat evaporates the liquid to leave the lubrication, and the mechanical movement plates the scratches. In the real world, this means your machinery experiences significantly less downtime. You save money by avoiding expensive replacement parts, and your existing equipment runs smoother for longer. Because it adapts to both hot and cold environments, this 250 milliliter spray bottle is a mandatory asset for home handymen, for PMV drivers, for boat owners, and industrial workers. True mechanical protection in a harsh environment means using a tool that physically rebuilds the metal from the inside out. Contact the Proma Systems brand ambassador that sent this video to you for more information.